All right, this is Frank. It is the top of the hour, and I am going to have a whole lot to say. I'm going to cram it into the littlest amount of time possible, 30 minutes. I want to thank each and every one of you for being on time, and I respect your time, so I'm going to go ahead and not going to waste any of it. The contest for the Costa Rica vacation is heating up. I'm going to be showing you a screen in a little while. It doesn't take anything at all to get registered for the contest. You do have to register for the contest so that we can send you the official contest rules and so that we can give you the information that you're going to need when you leave the country, if you want to come back to the country, that is. And so there's certain things that you're going to need to do. We want to make sure that you are prepared to go and not last minute panic zone. We want you to go and be comfortable and enjoy yourself and have a great time. We put so much low hanging fruit on the tree that you're likely to bump your head on it. Everything is so low hanging, it's so easy. And we want at least 20 people to qualify for the trip. So we're making it super simple to do so. All right, I'm going to move kind of quickly today. We're going over a little bit of stuff that we've gone over in the past. So I am going to move quickly, and I am issuing an invitation to every, somebody is not muted. Come on. I'm going to have to mute all. Where's my mute all button? Oh, who? Somebody is making all kinds of noise. Come on. Oh, man. Help, somebody tell me where my mute all button is. It usually shows up when I see these. There you go. Mute all. Yes. There you go. All right. I hate false starts, but let's get started again. I'm inviting everyone to step up to Pro Agent. There's going to be a very good reason for you to step up to Pro Agent. I want to talk to you about the structure of ezFinancial. But before I do, I want to give you a definition. If you continue to do the same thing you've always done in the past, you're going to get the same results as you always got in the past. You must step out of your comfort zone. If you're afraid to step out of your comfort zone, you will never get anything but what you already have. So I have been preaching this for a long time. There's one other thing, another definition. If you continue to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's the definition of insanity. So I have been accused of being crazy in the past for all of the crazy deals that I come up with. But I don't want to continue to be accused of being crazy. Before I go too much further, somebody unmute themselves and tell me they can see my screen and read the first word on the page. Gail. Anybody?
Structure.
Structure.
Okay, thank you. Now I feel comfortable that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so if you do the same things over and over again, expecting different results, you're going to get the same results, and your internet connection is unstable, and you're not going to be able to, you're crazy. You're crazy. So the structure of the company is about to change a little bit. I think everyone will agree that I certainly know how to present the programs, and I certainly know how to close the programs. I haven't actually done a deal of my own in probably a year and maybe two, because I've been giving every deal that is my deal, I give it to somebody else, and I either split the deal with them or give them the deal outright. And that's about to change. I am going to start doing some of my own deals again. It's just fair because, so let me give you the structure of the company as it stands right now. We work with finance agents. We are probably their number one branch office in the country. They've got over 100 branch offices. I'm the only one that they call by name every single week on every single daily call. They call them to talk about Frank this, Frank that. And it's not because of me, but because of you, because you've grown so big. You people are putting in so many deals that you have gained ezFinancial notoriety. The next step down from that, of course, is ezFinancial, and that's our group. That's you, that's me, that's all of us together. The next step down from that is the underwriters. And I say over and over again that the underwriters are the most important person in the whole structure. The reason is if the underwriter doesn't get a deal over the finish line, nobody gets paid. It doesn't matter who you are, how good you are. If the deal doesn't get to closing, we don't get paid. And the underwriter's job is to drag that deal over the finish line, and we all get paid. There are no butterflies here. We don't have any laydowns. You can't just send somebody an email and expect them to fill it out and buy, and you just sit on your couch drinking beer. It isn't going to happen. We have to have the underwriters drag the deals over the finish line. There's a new position that we haven't ever talked about in the past, but we're going to talk about it today. It's called loan officer. A loan officer, and I've got, God knows, I've got over 5,000 people on social media that have been following me for years and years and years that have been in the finance business. I am going to be reaching out to people who want to take the official title of loan officer. And then there's pro agent, and then standard agent. So I'm going to come up from the standard agent. Basically, they're going to go out, look for the deals, get the deals, bring the deals in, and they should hand them up to their pro agent. The pro agent should look over the deal, make sure the deal has everything it needs. If it needs an application, if it needs anything, it should have everything that it needs to be completed. And then once we know that it has the application, the credit, it has the driver's license, if it needs a W-2, it has it. If it needs a bank statement, it has it. If it needs pictures of the property, it has it. If it needs an appraisal of the property, it has it. Once the pro agents looked it over and it looks like the package is complete to them, they can pass it up to the loan officer. The loan officer will ensure that it has all of those things. If it doesn't have all of those things, the loan officer will have two choices. The loan officer will try to reach out to the pro agent or the standard agent and the customer at the same time. So if we're going to make a call, we're going to get the standard or the pro agent on the phone first and then call the client. The standard or the pro agent will say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Borrower, this is me. I signed you up. We're missing a piece of paper. The loan officer will tell you about it. The loan officer tells you, I need a more current bank statement. I need a more current credit report, whatever it is. When the loan officer is convinced that he's got the whole package complete, he can hand it up to the underwriters, and the underwriters will get it funded. Right now, the underwriters are doing too much work, and we're wearing them out. What we need to, and let me just tell you that we have 300 new agents, and we got well over 300 new deals in the pipeline, and nobody is calling the deals. That was a sad statement. That was a very sad statement. No one's calling the deals because the underwriters are overwhelmed. Because what's happened in the past, as of yesterday, the standard agent would just throw it up to the underwriter with a name and a phone number, and the guy wants $1 million. It's not enough information. So now the underwriter's got to make 20 calls to the borrower, and they don't have time to do that. And so the borrower never gets contacted. The standard agent never gets paid. Nobody gets paid. Bad, 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 bad news. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you're going to get the same results. If you keep trying the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, you're crazy. We're not going to be crazy anymore. We're going to make our underwriters, we're going to respect our underwriters, because our underwriters are the people who get everybody paid. They get finance agents paid, they get ezFinancial paid, they get themselves paid, the loan officers, the pro agents, and the standard agents. Right here, this person is responsible for everyone getting paid. Okay. So as of today, we have a new structure. And Frank, who is generally up here juggling hot baked potatoes, generally doing everything under the sun. I need people to step in and relieve me of the overburden of minutia. I'm not good at minutia, and somehow I've been delegated to the minutia king. I'm not good at minutia. I know what I'm not good at. I am exceedingly good at doing the presentations, making the explanations, and closing the deals. I'm exceedingly good at that. So I'm going to start doing that, and I'll pass my deals up to whoever my underwriter ends up being. Okay, and I might put myself in this loan officer position. Anyway, there you have it. So I'm going to go move along briskly. I hope I'm not going too fast, but I got a lot to pile into a short amount of time. I've already burnt up several minutes just trying to mute all. All right. Our expectations are high. We expect you to do whatever it takes to drag each and every deal over the finish line. We expect you to encourage all those who are below your pay grade, as well as those who are above. We need to know if we're above your pay grade and we got you paid, we need to know that you appreciate we did a good job. We expect you to put in a full day's work within reason. I don't expect you to work 12, 15 hours a day like you expect me, like you call me at 10 o'clock at night, like you call me at 8 o'clock in the morning, like you call the underwriters at 11 o'clock in the evening. I don't expect you to work 15 hours, 20 hours a day. Just about 8 hours a day ought to be enough. And also, I hope you respect the underwriters and call them within 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. would probably be a good way to make good friends with your underwriters. We expect you if you don't understand something, we expect you to ask questions and strategize. And if you don't have the answer, get the answer. Don't guess the answer. Find out from somebody who is a pro agent, and if the pro agent doesn't know the loan officer, if the loan officer doesn't know the underwriter, and I doubt they won't know, but if they don't know, then you can contact me. Calling me about every little thing is going to stop. I don't have time for it anymore. I'm going to be just like you guys. I'm going to be working every day. Okay, we expect you to have the basic understanding of computers. We expect you to have both Skype and Zoom already loaded on your computer. Why? That's how we train. That's how I show people things. I can spend an hour and a half telling somebody how to log into their computer, but if I can show them their back office in a matter of 2 clicks, then it'll be really easy for me to train people. It'll be easy for you to train people. You need to get very, very comfortable with Skype, and you need to also get comfortable with Zoom, because you, as a standard agent or a pro agent or a loan officer or an underwriter, can use those tools to get your point across in seconds, not hours. We expect you to work closely with your standard and pro agents at least once a week. Up until this point, everything has been protected. If Michelle signed up a pro agent, then that was Michelle's pro agent. If Frank signed up a pro agent, that was Frank's pro agent. If the agents are not being called, and we have 300 new agents that are not being called, we've got over 300 new leads that are not being called. If a deal is not being called, whether it's an agent or a customer, either way, if it's not being called, having you claim title to it is utterly worthless. If they're not being called, they're going to die. They're going to die on the vine, not die physically, but they'll die on the vine if you don't call them. So for somebody to say to me, oh, that was my client. Well, did you call him? Did you write up the sale? Did you solve the problem? Did you cash your paycheck? Well, then it really wasn't your client after all, because you didn't do the things that it took to solve that client's problem. We are in the problem-solving business. We are not in the gathering business. We don't want to gather teams unto us. We want to solve problems. When you solve people's problems, solve enough people's problems, you give enough people what they want, you will get everything you want if you just give people what they want. Okay, we expect you to contact every lead at least 8 to 12 times. And a contact doesn't mean I sent them an email last month. No, that's not contacting them. Contacting them means call them. If you don't get them, text them, say, hey, I tried to give you a call and you didn't answer, and then follow up with an email to the client and to the agent so that that poor agent knows that you are working for that agent, knows that if he's going out beating the bushes to get you leads, you're at least working them. And that means pro agent, that's a new position basically, because we're giving you a little bit more responsibility. The loan officer and absolutely the underwriter should be contacting these people and letting them know, not once, not twice, not third attempt and quit, 8 to 10 times until the person says, please stop calling me. I don't want a loan from you guys. That might be hard to swallow, but in the meantime, there are some statistics. The average person buys on the 5th impression. So if you've only called them once and the agent's only spoken to them once, then they're not ready to buy. But if they've been communicated with 5 times, by the 5th time, they're ready to go ahead and buy. That's average, that's standard. But these people are looking for money. These people are looking for money right now to do business. These people should close a whole lot sooner, but you still have to call them. Okay. We expect you to encourage your agents to go to RIA groups and Board of Realtor meetings. Folks, that's where the fire is. The economy is absolutely ablaze. Houses are being snapped up as quick as they can be found. The only ones that are not getting funded are the ones that need a little bit of work. The banks run away from anything that needs a little bit of work. So you might find the deal of the century and nobody will fund it except us. We fund those kind of deals. We're not the bank. So if you go to the RIA groups and you go to the Board of Realtors and you offer the programs that we offer, they are going to snap up your programs because the banks refuse to fund anything that needs any work. So I need commitment from everybody. I'm going to go back to work for a living. I'm going to have to. I've got no choice. I've got to go back to work for a living. I got to go out and do all of the things that I'm telling you to do. I've done them for 10 years. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to start doing them again. I need a commitment from you that you will do these sorts of things. If you do, you'll get all the help in the world from me. If you don't, oh, well, I need accountability. I need to know when you do something. You need to send it to somebody, whether it's to me, to your pro agent, or to your loan officer, or to your account underwriter. You need to send it to somebody. You need to be accountable for what you do. You should also, I'm stressing this, I've said this for the last couple of weeks, you need to have an accountability partner. There are certain things that you need to do throughout the day that a smart person will do. If you have an accountability partner, if Bob and Fred are on different parts of the country, different coasts even, Bob calls up Fred and says, hey, did you do what you were supposed to do last night? Yep. Fred calls up Bob, hey, did you go to that meeting that was yet Wednesday evening? Yep. You keep each other in check and you keep each other on track, and both people are successful. Okay, so some people have been asking about the sales meetings. We have a daily sales meeting. It's every day. It's Monday, Tuesday, not Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday is a different sales meeting. The URL is on the screen. This is generally, these sales meetings are generally for the member offices. Seeing we're all not necessarily for the standard agents and not necessarily for the pro agents, but for the member offices. I'm inviting you to come to all 5 days, Monday through Friday. So if I'm giving you time to copy this down. If you copy down this URL, you will go to a Monday meeting at 3 p.m. You go to a Tuesday meeting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You go to a Thursday meeting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you go to a Friday meeting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday at 3 p.m., if you're copying this down, you go to youtube.com/finance agents. That's plural. youtube.com/finance agents, plural. And that is also at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those are the 5 daily sales calls that you can go to. And if you go to those daily sales calls, you will have so much information that I won't have to train you. You'll be getting your training right directly from the horse's mouth. Okay, lunch with the leaders. Of course, everyone on this call already knows that lunch with the leaders is at 1 o'clock to 1:30 p.m. and it's highly encouraged. You should highly encourage everybody that you work with, customers included, to get on this meeting, lunch with the leaders, because there's a ton of information that we're giving out, and you don't know, your customer, especially if he's a real estate agent, may just want to do something like this and might end up being your next superstar, pushing you to the top of the list. Okay. We do have a weekly member office meeting, and that is with the president of the company, whose name is Trey Sublette. That is reserved for just the member office, which is ezFinancial, and just the underwriters. And we may allow the loan officers in there as well, but it is just for the top of the pyramid. The management and the staff, because there's a lot of things we talk about there that are pertinent to the company. So what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking everyone to step up to a pro agent. As you step up to a pro agent, as you notice, you're going to take on a little bit more responsibilities. You're going to be a little bit more responsible for your own deals, and you're going to be a little bit more responsible for controlling your own paycheck. Your paycheck, it's your money. You need to control it. So if you step up as a pro agent, the first benefit that you're going to get, you'll get 50% more commission than if you were a standard agent. You get a 50% override on all the agents that you bring in. I'm talking to people left and right, and I'm only calling 2 or 3. I got 300 new agents, and I'm only calling 3, maybe 4 in a week. I'm going to begin right now to share those with anyone who wants to step up to pro. I'm going to be sharing all of these 300 new leads, new agents right now. I'm going to be sharing them with you so that you can make the calls. I've got 10 minutes, so I got to fly. We're not even going to get through what I wanted to get through. Okay, so.
Frank?
Yes.
This is Jeff. I'm sorry to butt in, but we got a little confusion here. Your daily call, is it at 3 Central or 3 Eastern?
3 Eastern time. 3 Eastern time.
Okay.
3% Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so benefits. If you step up to a pro, you're going to have 50% more commission. You're going to have 50% override on your agents. If a standard agent earned $1,000 commission on a sale that he made, which is in the back office, the pro agent made the very same sale, the very identical, no difference. He gets $1,500. Standard agent got $1,000. So the pro agent got $1,500 on the exact same sale that the standard agent. That right there is enough to pay your way to become a pro agent. One single sale will make you a pro agent. Next, if the standard agent's commission is $1,000, the pro agent's override is $500. Right there is enough to pay your way to become a pro agent. One single sale. What are you waiting for? If a standard agent's commission is $1,000 a week, because he made one sale a week, and I gave you 10 agents, and you got 10 of your own, but 10 of those agents earned $1,000 a week, that would mean $10,000 per week. That would mean your override would be $5,000 a week. That will pay for you and your trip and everything else to go with it. I'm not going to go into that because we don't need to. The sales contest, come and play around with us in Costa Rica. You can do anything you want. You can play golf. You can go fishing. Oh, there's Kimberly. Oh, I see Kimberly up there ziplining. Oh, is that her on the white rod raft? Oh, I see her in the back riding on her four-wheeler. All right, no, there she is, hanging out by the tiki bar. So for the sales contest official rules, I've asked Judy to continue to accept the rules and then forward them to me. You need to pre-register in order to get the rules. You must pre-register so we can send you the information on what you must do when you win the contest. There's going to be 20 people, and the fruit is very low-hanging fruit. I'm running out of time, and I'm going to try to show you a graph here in a minute. I don't need to show you that. I'm going to jump past that, say thank you, and I'm going to show you a graph. Right there is Judy's information. You can send her an email telling her you want the information on the sales contest. 20 people are going to come. It might as well be you. All right, I'm going to quickly see if I can show you a graph. Uh-oh. What I wanted to do is go right there. Okay, the low-hanging fruit, it is wicked low-hanging. If you do a real estate masterclass, which is you need to get pro, You're going to start off with 25 points. If you've already done it, it's retroactive. You're going to get retroactive response. If you become a pro agent, you'll get 5 points. If you submit an LOI, a signed LOI, we've got so many of them that Tim is backed up and he's having Rhoda step in and help him with them. You get 15 points for an LOI. If you do a working capital loan, you'll get 15 points for that. If you do 125% loan, depending on the volume of the loan, 100, 200, 300, 400,000, you get points for that. If you do 100% CLTV loan, again, depending on the size of the loan, you get points for that. If you do a lease option program, you get points for that. And if you do a 30-year fix, you get points for that. It only takes 100 points. It only takes 100 points. It would be very, very easy for 20 people, and your name should go right here. Is where your name should be, and you should have 100 points in just a couple of weeks. If you just grab this low-hanging fruit, it's all low-hanging. You can get it if you want to. Now, you do need to pre-register so that we can send you the information that you need to leave the country if you want to come back to the country. So 20 people are going to go. I hope that you're going to be one of the 20. I didn't get a chance to do everything I wanted to do, and my time looks like it's up. It hasn't kicked me off yet, but it's going to kick me off in a second or two. So if there are any questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. Any questions? Unmute yourself, shout out your name.
Frank, it's David.
Yes, David.
The call with Trey at
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Eastern time.
What number is that, or what?
I will give you the information. I'm not going to give it over the line because
Thank you.
For underwriters. I will get in touch with you in a little bit. Any other questions? Shout out your name while we still got a moment to speak.
Frank, Eloise, are you going to put it on Skype, or are you just going to email it?
What is it that we're putting on Skype?
The call with Trey.
Okay, yes, you are definitely an underwriter. Yes, definitely. I'm going to put it in the UIT, Underwriters in Training. Okay, thank you. Anyone else have a question? Shout out your name, ask the question. Well, with that, I'm going to say I made it through another presentation. God bless you. Love you all. Just work, because it is so easy. The low-hanging fruit is so easy to get. Work on it, and you will be one of the 20 of us at the Costa Rica vacation.
Frank, we need to talk.
Okay, well.
Frank?
Yes, I get it. We got to say goodbye. We're running out of time.
Okay, we're going to call you.